Hello, welcome to A Budget Beauty, where I help you look flawless for less. Today we are talking all about tinted moisturizers, skin tints, we're talking high-end, budget, and we're even gonna go over a brand new NYX product, which is a drop foundation. This is a very sheer to light coverage, so it goes hand in hand with skin tints and tinted moisturizers. I will tell you that I have been on this tinted moisturizer skin tint game for a while. I'm loving the really light coverage and just that pretty glow and color that it gives to your skin. So I wanted to do a battle of the skin tints and share with you the application of these 5 skin tints, how they wore throughout the day, and what my overall opinion is. I will tell you right now, some were complete wins and some were a little bit of a fail. I have 4 drugstore skin tints, 1 high-end tinted moisturizer or skin tint, and then that drop foundation to share with you today. We're gonna go over the good, the bad, and whether or not I recommend these to you. So if you're excited for today's video, give it a big, huge thumbs up. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel or you haven't subscribed, I'd really love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell next to it so you never miss a single video. I do upload 1 to 2 times a week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. I will link all of these products down in the description box for you, as well as all of the makeup that I'm wearing today if you want to do a little bit of shopping and pick up some of these products for yourself. The first product we're going to start with is the high-end product. I want to start with this so that we can compare these drugstore versions to this high-end product to see how it lines up, because the price point between the drugstore and the high-end is quite substantial. Our high-end tinted moisturizer comes from Beauty Counter. They claim to be a clean beauty line. Now I will tell you that I've been using this tinted moisturizer for quite a while. This is actually my 3rd bottle of it. And that's what prompted me to think about doing this video. When I went to reorder it and realized that it's a little on the pricey side, I started to think, do I want to buy this, or do I want to see if I can come up with a drugstore dupe that's equally as good as this high-end tinted moisturizer? Whenever I use any tinted moisturizer, I will apply some type of illuminator with my tinted moisturizer. My favorite drugstore brand is this NYX illuminator. This is amazing. It is super affordable. It just adds that little bit of extra coverage and glow to the skin. And I also really love the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. So depending on the budget that you have for an illuminator for your skin, or if that's something that you're looking for, these 2 would definitely be my recommendations. I'll of course have those linked down below for you as well. So with the Beauty Counter Tinted Moisturizer, I'm going to use the high-end illuminator. We're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I just dab a little bit of that on my face with my tinted moisturizer and apply it all together, and it just gives my skin this really pretty glow. So I'm going to wear this tinted moisturizer all day, and I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are after a wear test of at least 8 hours. We'll see how it settles into the skin, if it still gives me that good coverage and that glow remains the same from the Flawless Filter. So it has been exactly 8 hours since I applied the tinted moisturizer from Beauty Counter with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and show you how things look, and we'll go over my final thoughts on the Beauty Counter and the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter when those are paired together. I feel like they wore really well together. I definitely could get the glow from the Flawless Filter under the Beauty Counter Tinted Moisturizer. I also like that that moisturizer made my face feel really soft and moisturized. I did not apply any moisturizer before putting on the Beauty Counter Tinted Moisturizer. So that did the job of a morning moisturizer and a tinted cream for a little bit of coverage. I would say that it is a light to medium coverage. I feel like I get a pretty good coverage with it, even though it's just a tinted moisturizer. Now it's expensive for what it is, but it works really well. And I really like it paired with the Charlotte Tilbury, which is also more of a high-end product. I can't wait to see how the drugstore tinted moisturizers perform, but I would say overall for the Beauty Counter, I would give it a 10 out of 10. The first drugstore tinted moisturizer that we're going to try out is from the brand Neutrogena. This is the Healthy Skin Glow Sheer Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer. So this claims to already have an illuminator in it. It also has SPF 30 sunscreen. It says it's a lightweight antioxidant blend and it is oil-free. So if you're oily, this should work really well for you as well. And I chose the shade light to medium 30. We're gonna apply this, we're gonna wear it again for the entire day, and I'll be back to share my thoughts on application and wearability of the Neutrogena. It has been over 8 hours since first applying the Neutrogena Tinted Moisturizer. So my first thoughts are, it went on a little bit patchy, much more patchy than the Beauty Counter. Of course, I love the glow that NYX illuminator gave my skin. But I will tell you that this did not wear nearly as well as the Beauty Counter. I did wear a mask for a portion of the day, which I didn't with the Beauty Counter, but even above the mask area, it just didn't wear as well. It got very patchy during the day and made my skin look oily. Although I don't have oily skin, I have more dry to normal skin. I felt like my skin just looked extra shiny and oily, which I didn't like. So I would give the Neutrogena Tinted Moisturizer about a 5 out of 10, and I would not, unfortunately, repurchase. The next skin tint comes from Milani, and this is the Milani Glow. It has 29% squalene, electrolytes, coconut water blend, and it says it's a hydrating skin tint. I'm in light to medium 210. Now this is called Milani Glow, but it doesn't claim to have an illuminator in it. So let's try out the NYX illuminator with this Milani Glow skin tint and see how that applies and wears throughout the day. All right guys, wear update. It has been 7 hours since I applied the Tinted Moisturizer. Today was a really good wear test because I actually worked out this morning as well. And you can see that my Tinted Moisturizer actually looks pretty good considering I sweated like crazy at my workout. So I really like this Milani. I would like to try this without any illuminator. So next time I'm just going to use the Tinted Moisturizer. I didn't use any primer and it still stayed on my face really well. And I feel like it still gave me that really pretty natural glow. So overall for the Milani, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. Skin tint number 3 comes from Wet n Wild. Now I have heard rave reviews about this skin tint. So this is the first one I had to pick up to give a try. And this is the Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. It contains hyaluronic acid and squalene. It is oil-free, sheer to medium coverage. And again, I chose light to medium. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury with this so that we can compare that with a couple of these tinted moisturizers. And of course, at the end of the day today, I'll be back to share with you application and wearability of the Wet n Wild. All right, wear test update. It's been over 9 hours since I applied the Wet n Wild Tinted Moisturizer. Dare I say that this is the best tinted moisturizer so far for wearability, application, overall look. It gave just the right amount of coverage without looking cakey, but still covered up the things that you wanted to cover up. And this is the least expensive one of all. I am completely, utterly impressed. So this one, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Can't wait to finish it up with the number 7 tinted moisturizer tomorrow. But this one, huge win. Tinted moisturizer number 4 comes from number 7. This is the Dual Action Tinted Moisturizer. It says it's good for all skin types, long-lasting hydration, environmental protection, and beautiful sheer color with SPF broad spectrum of 15. I chose the color medium, and again, this doesn't claim to have any illumination, so we're going to go with the NYX illuminator. That way we've tried 2 skin tints with NYX and 2 skin tints with Charlotte Tilbury, and we'll be able to compare those as well. We'll get this applied to the skin, and at the end of the day, again, I'll share my review on the application as well as the wearability. All right, let's chat really quickly about this number 7 tinted moisturizer. Today was a really good wear test of this because I worked out this morning about a couple hours after I put on the tinted moisturizer. I like it. I don't think coverage wise it compares to even yesterday's Wet n Wild, which is far less expensive. It's definitely a much sheer lighter coverage, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I like it. I would reuse it. I would repurchase it. I'm going to give the number 7 paired with the NYX illuminator, which I am obsessed with. That illuminator, a million out of 10. But I would give this number 7 an 8 out of 10. And lastly, I do want to give the NYX Total Control Pro Drop Foundation a go, and I picked up the color Natural. If you're on TikTok, you see people dropping this foundation on their skin all the time. This has a very sheer to light coverage, so it's very similar to a skin tint, but they call it a foundation. That's why I decided to include it in this video, because with the sheer to light coverage, it's more like a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer than a foundation. So we're gonna drop this on. I'm going to apply this one with the Charlotte Tilbury again, just to see how it matches up with a light to sheer foundation. Blend this out, wear this all day, and I'll be back to share how it wore as well as the blendability. All right, let's talk wearability of the Drop Foundation from NYX. So coverage-wise, I love it. It gave a nice medium coverage, but it feels really lightweight and fresh on the skin. You can see that it has worn really well. It's been over 9 hours, and I cleaned my entire house. So I was sweating and cleaning bathrooms and toilets, and it stayed on really well. I really like this. This is my new go-to regular foundation. So let's talk final thoughts on all of these tinted moisturizers, as well as the NYX new formula of the Drop Foundation. I have to say my all-time favorite tinted moisturizer, the way that it applied, how it lasted throughout the day, and the price point is the Wet n Wild. That tinted moisturizer is a million out of 10. I loved everything about it. It rivals the high-end tinted moisturizer from Beauty Counter, and it is a fifth of the price. I would say that the Neutrogena was my least favorite. I didn't like the coverage, the application, and it definitely didn't wear as well as the other tinted moisturizers or skin tints throughout the day. I enjoyed the Milani and the number 7. I would repurchase both of those, but I will automatically gravitate towards that Wet n Wild. It was completely, utterly stellar. As for the new formula of the NYX Drop Foundation, loved it. I never tried the old formula, but I love this foundation. I have really gotten into tinted moisturizers and lighter coverage foundations, and this NYX one is definitely going to be a go-to for me. I loved how easily it applied. You hardly needed any, and it made it through an entire day. All of these workouts and cleaning the house and being all sweaty were really true tests of these tinted moisturizers. Link everything that I shared in today's video with you down in the description box. Highly recommend all of them, especially that Wet n Wild, the Drop Foundation, and like I said, the Neutrogena was my least favorite, but we're all different. We all have different skin types and things wear differently on us, so feel free to try it out. But I hope that this video really helped you make a good choice on whatever skin tint or tinted moisturizer to pick up. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big, huge thumbs up, share it with a friend who may benefit from this information, and let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see more of these comparison videos where we compare several brands of highlighter, bronzer, lip color, eyeshadow, you name it. If you're looking for some comparisons to see if that high end is really worth your money, let me know down in the comments. Subscribe if you're not, I'd love to have you here, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.